Hey guys, Coach Dardoch here with the Immortals Progressive Weekend Recap. The TL game, in my opinion, the draft went pretty standardly. I think we got pretty much what we wanted. The only thing that was a little bit spicy were obviously the Zillion and the Rengar picks, which are, obviously long-time iconic champions of the two players we reversed, Bjergsen and Whippo. But they're not extremely prevalent in the meta, not exactly common champions, so that definitely did throw a little bit of a wrench in our plans. We weren't exactly prepared, mentally for that, but I think the guys adjusted as well as they could, considering that, like I said, we hadn't practiced versus those set of circumstances before. And at the end of the day, I think we came away with a game that we can learn a lot from. We just came into the game with the wrong game plan around bottom lane specifically, just due to the nature of the matchup. I think how we planned the early game and the decision to leash as bottom lane was obviously a mistake and hindered the way that we could play out the lane phase and made it overall just harder for us to reach a win condition. I mean, our biggest takeaway overall right now is just our plan making needs to improve a lot. I think our communication structure when leading into the game is at a pretty low level overall right now, and I think that's a big reason why our early game is not very stable. So definitely, obviously, we're going to have to start at the very beginning of the game when it comes to learning. So I think just ironing out our early game and the kind of fundamentals of the game is really important for us right now. The important thing is that we found our footing and that we have a place that we can clearly start at. And the fact that we acknowledge that we're at a lower level in comparison to the other teams, I think will help us improve by the time spring comes around. Well, I'm just excited to go into the year with a chip on our shoulder, obviously. Since we started at 04, I mean, we obviously have a lot to prove. I think not a lot of people were giving much respect to our roster coming into the year anyway, and now that we went 04 and lock-in, I'm sure that's just going to be replicated many, many times by many, many people. So just looking forward to proving people wrong. I'd say the meta overall is kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say it's standardized. Like, obviously there are some variants, but across most of the regions, I'd say that the champion priority is very similar. What we thought was strong was very good. I just thought we were pretty limited based on the amount of practice that we had and the quality of the practice that we had. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into preparing a draft for an LCS level game, and self-confidence and individual confidence level is a big determining factor in what ends up being able to get selected in the draft phase. So I won't say we don't have a lot of options, but I just say we were not very prepared to show a plethora of options. Thanks everybody for watching the Immortals Progressive Weekend Recap. We'll see you next time.